What's up, everyone? Back with another video. Gonna be doing a little bit different video today. This is going to be a story about how the bank and or the county will not give me the deed to my house. Um, it's a true story. To this day, I do not have a physical copy of the deed. I don't know if it's possible to get one. I don't know if it's the same thing as when you pay off your car, but I'd like as much feedback as I can get from anyone that wants to watch the video that may know something about it. If you're going to tell me to get a lawyer, forget it. I'm not going to get a lawyer. Forget it. But I'm going to start from the beginning, so stick along with the video, and I'm going to start from the beginning and go to the end, and we'll see what we can come up with. So last year in May, I happened to notice that in my bank account there was more money than what I owed on my house. And I talked to the wife and said, you know what, let's save $2,000 a year in interest that's going to the bank, and let's just pay off the house. Why not? Get money sitting in the bank. It was a relatively easy thing to do. From my bank to, I'll tell you who owned my deed. It was Wells Fargo. Transferred the money. It's a done deal. Simple as that. So I, don't have a house payment. Now, a few things have to happen when you pay off your house. For those that don't have a house payment, let's say your house payment's $1,000 a month. Your money goes four ways. It goes to the interest to the bank. It goes to the principal. It goes to the insurance on your house. And it also goes to the property tax, which I still have to pay. So right after I paid off my house, you have to make two phone calls. That I was told by the bank. One, you have to call your insurance company and say, send me the bill now, not the lender, Wells Fargo. And then the next thing you have to do is call the county and tell them to send you the bill for your property tax, which I did right away. Very simple processes, took care of that right away. My next call was to the bank, Wells Fargo, to get my deed. And I didn't waste any time. I called maybe the day later, whatever, 2 days later, and said, how do I go about getting said deed? And I was told that they do not keep the deed. They never keep the deed. They don't have it. You have to call the county recorder's office, or call the county. They keep that. Cool, no problem. I'll do that. Track down a number. I make a lot of calls. They transfer me to this department. I finally get a hold of the lady. She's like, no, sir, we don't keep deeds here. You have to call the bank. And I'm like, well, that's weird, because I just talked to the bank and they said that you have it. No, we don't store them here. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I instantly call the bank back. Get someone else. No, we don't have them. We never had them. We don't store deeds. We don't, keep track. You got to call the county. I'm like, well, that's weird, because they just told me, it was one of those things where I wish I had two cell phones and I could put the bank on one phone and the county on the other and have them talk to each other, because someone's lying. So again, I call the county back and tell them the same thing. I'm like, listen, this is my second time around, and you're telling me the bank, they're telling me the county. What's the deal? And I actually talked to a guy who gave me a lot better of a explanation, and he actually gave me a website, and he gave me a parcel number and gave me all this information. I think it's the Office of the Fiscal Officers. He gave me a number. Let's see. He gave me a parcel number, a loan number. I mean, tons of information. And I went online. I found my house. I found this and that. And he also said, you know what? Wait 90 days. It's like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. I let it go. Let 3 months go by. I call the bank. Same thing. I'm like, okay. Call the county. Same thing. So I'm like, well, what the heck? And so what I have in front of me, this is my original deed, and I have to put all this papers in front of it, because there's just information that my address, loan numbers, just ridiculous, amounts of information on this that I just can't show. So, but this is what you get when you buy the house. This is what I got 12 years ago, the general warranty deed. Okay. So I went online, same thing. And now the website online was different. There was no general warranty. It was this, oh man, there we go. Probably gonna have to blank that out, but I get this online and I had to print it. But let's see, this is called the release of the mortgage. And on this one, it's got a big copy all the way through it. So I left it at that. To this day, I have not got the deed to my house. Now, I only wanted to make this video because 10 months ago, there is a website called I Allegedly. And this guy actually put out a video titled the same thing. Banks aren't releasing deeds to houses. And I commented on his video like, that's so weird that you're making a video because I'm going through the same thing and I would love for someone to help me out. And again, everyone's like, you got to call a lawyer. You got to get a hold of a lawyer. Well, I don't want to get a lawyer. For what? Guys, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. I have a feel, when you pay your car off, the bank sends you the title. I've had enough cars in my life. I've paid enough cars off. The title comes just automatically. That's it. And whereas this, I would have thought that the bank holds the loan, that they would have the deed or title. I mean, I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it a deed because that's what this says, warranty deed. I just don't know where to go from here, I mean, I like I said, I would think the bank would have it, but I would think the county would have it, I mean, they seem to have all the information on that, but neither party wants to admit owning an actual deed. Now, I don't even know if you get a deed when you pay off the house. Like, I don't know if this release of mortgage is enough. I don't know. I would just like to have a piece of paper saying I own the house. I'll read this. This release of mortgage has my loan number. It has the county fiscal officers, and there's a big long 12-digit number, and it says, this declares that a certain mortgage executed by my name, current owner, to Wells Fargo Bank, recorded on 5/24/2010 in the record of mortgages, and then there's an AFN number in the offices, and it says the county. Property is commonly known as, and there's my address, parcel ID, there's a number, is hereby fully released and satisfied, and the recorder is authorized to discharge the same of record. And there's a witness, there's a date, they filled in the date. There's a lady that signed it, Vice President Loan Documentation. All persons whose signatures appear above have qualified authority to sign and have reviewed this document and supporting document prior to signing. So, I guess we're cool. That's why I'm making this video, because I want to know if you guys have any information on this. I would love to get some feedback, some comments, see what I should do, see if what I have here is enough. I've been thinking about making this video for a long time, and it was like one of those things where I was like, I'm going to do my own research, and I find so much stuff that just doesn't give me the right answer. A lot of websites will say the bank. I found a lot of websites that says the bank owns the title, the deed. And I found some where the county owns it. So I think that'll be it for the video. Let me know in the comments my course of action. Should I just be cool with this release of mortgage? I mean, even though it says copyright through it, I'd like to own something physical. Like I said, when I paid off cars, you have a physical title in your hand. But I don't know. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one.